What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. 100 days remaining, guys. You gonna sit this one out, or you gonna put yourself in the game? Listen, man, the only way you protect yourself is by building assets that at some point generate passive income to be your financial safety net. Without that, you're going to be dependent on the 1%. And I've already told you guys, the 1% don't got your back. They don't care nothing about you. We got a couple things happening this week that I think could be catalysts for the stock market. The first one is the PCE inflation report for August will be coming out on Friday. Now, that PCE inflation report is the tool the Federal Reserve uses to gauge inflation. And they use it as a tool to help them decide whether they're going to increase or decrease the Fed funds rate, aka short-term interest rates. Y'all know last week we had a rate cut of 25 basis points. And most experts believe we're going to get another couple rate cuts for the remainder of this year, perhaps in October and December. I believe we will get those rate cuts because there is pressure coming from the White House for those rate cuts. See, the United States, we got about $37 trillion in national debt, and about $6 to $9 trillion of that national debt is coming due, and it will have to reset the interest rate on that debt. And of course, the White House wants to lower the interest rate on that debt. So President Trump is pushing real hard to get these rates down. He actually put one of his own guys on the board of governors for the Federal Reserve. His name is Stephen Moran. He just started like a week or so ago, and he came out with something interesting to say. He wants interest rates cut by 2.5%. And that's a big cut. And he is not backing away from that, guys. And you know where that's coming from, right? That's directly from the White House, because it's one of the White House's people that they put in there, or Trump's people. Now, Trump is going to take over the Federal Reserve, in my opinion, sometime next year, because you got to understand, Chairman Powell, his term is up, I believe, in May of 2026. And guess what? The president gets to pick who replaces him. And you already know it's going to be a Trump loyalist. And see, when Trump gets enough people on that FOMC voting committee, then he controls interest rates. He controls the Federal Reserve, because of course they're going to be loyalists and they're going to do exactly what Trump tells them to do. So I think sometime next year you will see interest rates drastically come down, especially after May, when he replaces Jerome Powell with his own person. Right now we got a 4% Fed funds rate. So if you bring it down by 2.5%, now you got a 1.5% Fed funds rate, which makes borrowing a lot easier, a lot cheaper. And of course, that $6 to $9 trillion in debt can be refinanced at a more favorable rate. And that also will skyrocket, in my opinion, now the stock market and assets. Because remember, I told you guys, when rates go down, assets go up. Why? Because people can now get out and borrow money a lot cheaper. And then they take that borrowed money and they invest it in assets. So when you have more demand for assets, right? More demand, but you still have the same supply, prices go up. And that's what's going to be happening, I think, towards the end of this year and all of 2026. I also read another article where there's still about $7.7 trillion on the sideline in money market accounts, but not in money market accounts at your normal, bank. No, they're in money market accounts in these brokerages. And my money is not invested. It's sitting in my brokerage account, but in a money market account in the brokerage account. And that's where you got about $7.7 trillion still there, guys, in money market accounts and brokerage accounts. What does that tell me? Some people still got a lot of their cash on the sideline waiting for something. Maybe they're waiting for a dip. Maybe they got it over there because they've taken profits and they say, well, you know something, we're pretty much done this year. We're done. We're going to go ahead and sit the last quarter out. I don't know, but that's a lot of money, guys, on the sideline. 7.7 trillion. Now, I don't have that much money on the sideline, but I do have 25% of my net worth on the sideline because I need to sleep at night. Plus, I want to be there and ready to go if we do get a pullback of, 10%, 15%, 20%. We get a little pullback, that money I'll be able to use to buy the dip. So I can understand where some of these heavyweights, these 1%ers collectively have 7.7 trillion on the sideline. Also, Fed Chair Jerome Powell is going to be speaking today. I believe it's in Rhode Island. So, of course, he'll be discussing the economy and interest rates and stuff like that. So we'll see how the market reacts to his comments today. When I looked at the market earlier today, it seemed pretty steady. Nothing really has changed in the market since yesterday. So I believe we'll be steady as she goes until Friday. Now, what are my expectations on PCE report for August? Well, I believe PCE will be pretty steady month over month. Now, some reports that I've read who are trying to give some expectations or predictions are saying that they predict August PCE to rise to 2.7%. Now in July, it was 2.6%. That's month over month. So a nice little 0.01 tick up. That's negligible, guys. That's not going to cause anybody to freak out in the stock market. Still pay attention on Friday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time so you can get a look at this PCE inflation report and get yourself prepared for the following week. But for me, guys, it's about what? Doubling down, creating this principal wealth, living off the interest, passing on that principal wealth to my children. They live off the interest, and then they pass on that principal wealth to their children. Some people call it generational wealth or legacy wealth. I call it principal wealth. And that's my goal here over the next 9 years, is to continue to double down on stocks and assets and build them up and get them strong and ready to generate some income when I'm not working anymore. I have the Wealth Transfer Blueprint 1.0 and 2.0 to help me out to build up those assets. So I hope you guys are doing something, man, to get yourself in the game and not keep yourself on the sideline. Like I said, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. My recommendation for you guys who are not sure what to do, go out and do you some research, man, and make you a good, strong decision on whether you want to build wealth or not. Don't be afraid, guys. You can't be scared and build your wealth. You got to think logically, take the emotional thinking cap off, and then make good, sound decisions so you can build yourself some wealth and protect yourself from what's coming. Because y'all already know what's happening in this country. It's not good for people that ain't got no wealth. People that got wealth are gonna be fine. People that ain't got no wealth, it's not gonna be pretty. So get yourself in position, prepare yourself, build yourself some wealth. Drop me some comments and let me know what you guys think about the PCE inflation report for August. What do you think it's coming in at? Do you think you're gonna see a sharp increase in inflation? Do you think it's gonna stay the same, or do you see a sharp decrease in inflation? Love to get your feedback on that, so drop it down in the comments. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. You can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace. Moo is going to give you some NVIDIA stock when you open up a new Moo brokerage account and make a deposit. All you got to do is get down to the first link in the description box. That's the Moo brokerage link. Click on it and get all the details on how you can get some NVIDIA stock. Don't delay, act today. Second link down in the description box is the Wealth Builders Financial Community on Patreon. Guys, all we do in that community is help each other build wealth, get to financial freedom and passive income. If you want to be a part of our team, all you got to do is click on that second link. It'll take you over to Patreon, And then come sign up for the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. We'll call the Wealth Builders.